Hey, it's Freedom. Doing a tag video. Thank you for your tag. So I wrote down my questions, but I did not write down my answers. So, question numero uno. I'm gonna try to go through this really quick. If you were on death row, what would you order for your last meal? My last meal would be jerk chicken, macaroni and cheese, and salad from Buca de Beppo. There's an apple gorgonzola salad from Buca de Beppo. As you can hear, I'm doing a video, and Kimbo is crying again. Stop it. He's such a crybaby. Question number two. How many times did you record your first video? I recorded my first video one time. I'm just kidding. No, I recorded my first video two times actually. Um, I said the same thing in both videos, I think. I don't really remember, but I know that I did it twice. Anyway, what are your thoughts? What are your first thoughts when you wake up? My first thoughts are usually of whatever I dreamt about the night before. I don't. If it's not about that, then is my back gonna hurt when I get up? um, and yeah, that's it. Those are my thoughts when I get up. If you received the gift you didn't like, what would you do with it? I'm not a regifter, so I would probably just say thank you and keep it for a while. And I don't know. I've never received a gift I didn't like, I don't think. Anyway, um, what's your fondest childhood memory? My fondest childhood memory. Mm, oh man. Um, my fondest childhood memory is um there was this place on my street called the Dirt Hill. When I was growing up, I grew up in North Carolina. My family is from New York. We moved down there when I was about 9 years old, and um, my mom would not let me go past the neighbor's house, which was like a lot of people think that when you live down south that the neighbor's house is like miles away. The neighbors live right next door where I'm from. So I couldn't go past the neighbor's house. And the dirt hill was down the block and almost around the corner. And I remember the first time I was able to go down to the dirt hill, and the dirt hill was not a dirt hill. The dirt hill was a dirt mound, actually. Kimbo, please. What do you want to talk about? Kimbo would like to answer some questions. Kimbo, what is your fondest childhood memory? Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. All right. Stop now, because I got to focus. No. Stop. No. You hear me say no? Hopefully when I have children, they're not as hard-headed. Anyway, what was our next question? Stop, Kimbo. No. So my fondest memory was being able to go down to the dirt hill. That daggone dog. I'm ignoring you. Um, let's see here. If you've seen someone with a booger hanging out of their nose, would you tell them? Yes, and I have. My boss had a booger hanging out of his nose during an interview. And, I really was afraid that it was going to fly out, because it was one of those it moves every time you breathe type boogers. And yeah, I was concerned that it would fly out on me or the applicant. So I stopped that interview and I told him. And I imagine it's probably embarrassing for him. But, you know, how embarrassing to leave the interview and go in the bathroom and find out that you had this thing on your nose all this time. So I told him. And I think that he was appreciative of it. What's the next one? How many tattoos or piercings do you have, if any? I have 2 ears pierced. I did have 4 because, well, I got these 2 when I was very, very young. I don't even think I can remember them. You know how parents do sometimes. They'll pierce the baby's ears as soon as they pop out the cooch. But it was I wasn't quite that young. But I was pretty young. And then I had 2 more. I did another one on this side with an ice cube and a needle myself. I decided that I wanted to pierce my own ears, and it just wasn't. It didn't turn out well because it got infected, and I ended up with a little keloid on the back of my ear. You know, one of those little extra pieces of skin. Mine, I am fortunate, did not turn into like one of those really big nasty ones, but it's like a little pimple. Like you can kind of see it. It's not cute. And then I did 2 up here, and those were really cute, but they hurt for a little while. And I thought that what was happening on the back of my ear would happen up there, but I think because of it was so close to the cartilage or something, I don't know. I just took them out because I was too scared. But I pierced those by myself too. Crazy kids. That's what I did. Next question. Who inspires you the most? My video is 7 minutes long. Oh my God. Okay, who inspires you the most? My mom inspires me the most. My mom is gone. She died last year, unfortunately. But she continues to inspire me the most because my mom was a warrior. My mom was a fighter. She fought breast cancer for 5 years, lung cancer for 2 years, and she was just a really strong woman. And before all of that, she fought other ailments, and she was just a really strong lady, and she had great values, and she raised me with great values. And you know, I try to hold those things and demonstrate them when I'm out in society trying to be a productive citizen. So my mom inspires me the most. I mean, I do have people in my life that do inspire me as well, but the most, my mother. I learned from her that, you know, I really need to persevere. Next question. Have you ever been beaten up? Yes. When I moved to North Carolina, I was beat up all the time because the boys did not like me because I was tough. And I wasn't taking no mess from nobody. I'm not naked, by the way. I look so naked. I have on a tank shirt, but I'm not naked. Yeah, I got into a lot of fights, but they were mostly with boys. And I was a very mouthy young lady. And I wasn't taking no crap. The last time I got beat up, no, that was just the last fight I got in. I didn't lose that. I mean, I got beat up, but he got beat up. So, I mean, I don't know. Kimbo, please. Kimbo, when's the last time you got beat up? In a few minutes. Stop now, move. When you were a kid, did you ever steal candy at the checkout? Man, no. But my cousin did, and I told on him. I was a little tattletale, but my mom would, I believe that my mother was everywhere when I was young, so I didn't do stuff like that. I didn't steal anything. I didn't The most I did was mouth off and get into fights. But my mother's thing was, if they hit you first, then you can hit them back. You're not a punching bag. So I was mouthy, and I just made sure people hit me first. Kimbo, no, get down, please. Okay. So my video is 10 minutes and 32 seconds long now, and I have like 3 more questions. No, 2 more questions. If you won $1,000,000, what would be the first thing that you bought? The first thing I would buy. My parents' house. I would buy my parents' house. My dad is never going to move away from my parents' house, and my mother always wanted the family to have a place to go. So I would purchase the home, and then I would try to be wise and put my money elsewhere. But you didn't ask that, so that was the first thing that I would buy. The last question, will you ever stop YouTubing? I don't imagine that I will, but I've been known to take breaks. But I'm going to try not to take a break or extended breaks. But, yeah. Okay, so this is my longest video ever. So if I ever get tagged and somebody asks me what my longest video was, it's going to be this one. Kimbo, it's freedom.